Good afternoon everyone, this is Crypto Seb, and today's video I'm going to be going over a few things. There's been some pretty exciting news, and there's been some pretty shit news, and quite frankly, there's a thing that I think we do have to be realistic here and talk about, and that's what if the Bitcoin ETF does not get approved. Now, I'm not trying to bring a massive downer on the crypto market, but I think we have to kind of be a bit, reasonable here. The fact of the matter is, if the Bitcoin ETF does not get approved, I can see Bitcoin dropping at least below that $6,000 mark. It could even reach $4,000. And at the end of the day, I'm not saying that this is going to be overly a bad thing. Though investors like me, like you guys at home, or anyone watching my channel will know that it will bring a massive bleed into portfolios. Bitcoin drops, other altcoins are going to follow suit. Now, obviously, I'm here not to bring a massive down on the crypto market, but if this does happen, I think we all need to be realistic here and prepare. I'm not going to start saying that everyone should sell. I personally think that if you start selling now, you're just it's just a massive give in, and I think it's just a wise thing just to hold. And if it doesn't go through, keep holding. There's no point panic selling. The market's going to drop, and then it's not going to start a recovery until, well, I can't say. I honestly don't know when the recovery is going to happen, and I'm not going to start giving predictions because I believe that no one really knows if a recovery, when the recovery, shall I say, will happen. In an overall turn of events, though, the market, as you did see, was very bullish. About a week ago, we saw a massive spike. Bitcoin dominance itself is at 48.4%. And I have been reading a few articles to do with Bitcoin and ETF, okay? Now, you can read articles anywhere. For example, I have one up here, okay? No reason to not allow the Bitcoin ETF to go ahead, says SEC Commissioner. Now, this is obviously a good thing in our eyes, and personally, I think that if it does go through, we will see a very bullish market with Bitcoin. Altcoins will follow suit later on. I don't think everything's going to spike at once. That's a bit silly to assume that. Bitcoin dominance is obviously going to increase massively. It will be very good for obviously everyone in the crypto market if it does go through. Obviously, we all want it to happen. Someone actually asked me on Telegram the other day, what do I think? What's maybe my idea of it going through? What's the percentage? Do I have like an estimate in my head? Well, I reckon maybe there's a 50-50. I'm just going to put it straight out there. I reckon we got a 50-50 of it not, and 50-50 of it actually going through. I think it's silly if I start saying 70-30 in favor, because I have to be a realist, and I'm not here to create, any sort of, negative impact in the industry. I love cryptocurrency. I think it's brilliant. But I'm just trying to create a realism state, because if it doesn't go through, it's just going to go haywire and people are going to panic sell. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it so when if it doesn't go through, no one panic. Okay? That's just my idea of it. I want it to go through, and quite frankly, I'll be upset. I'll be devastated. My portfolio's bleeding. It's in the red. Okay? I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm absolutely buzzing. At the moment, I think the only thing in my portfolio that's green is Bitcoin, and that's only because I bought at a very, very low state, because it does drop quite frequently and it goes back up again. So that's a good way of buying and selling, and the only way to really make money at the moment. Ethereum's not really moving. I mean, if we go to CoinMarketCap, Ethereum obviously did do well, but it's still dropping now. Litecoin's still dropping. EOS, Ripple, it's all sort of hovering the same sort of numbers. Bitcoin had that really big bull run earlier, and now it's dropping hard again. Well, do I think it's going to drop even more? I don't think we've seen the end of the drop. I think we're going to hit at least, I've been reading all sorts of charts and looking all over the internet. I mean, you guys know just as much as I do that the price can easily drop below 6.6. I think it was $6,600 US. If it doesn't go through, if the ETF, I think it could potentially hit $4,000. I don't really think so. I'm saying 4,000 because I'm just going by what I've read online on other people's opinions. If I'm going to start saying my opinion, and just remember, guys, this is not financial advice. This is all just my opinion in itself. I think we're going to hit maybe 6,600, and it's going to drop below that. If it doesn't go through, I think it may be hit between 5,800 and 6,200 US dollars. I've seen people do an estimate of 4,000. It can drop to as much as that. Now, that's quite scary to think about. I wouldn't obviously want this to happen, but I'm just saying, if it doesn't go through, expect the unexpected in the worst way, and not in the good way. Now, if it doesn't go through, when will it recover? Right, give it a while. That's all I'm going to say. You have to learn to hold in crypto. And, I'm doing this video off natural flow, free speech. I'm just saying what comes to my head, because I feel like if I write down scripts and everything, it just doesn't come across as natural. So, but you guys know from my past videos how I feel about this. We all want it to go through. Bitcoin will fly ahead. Altcoins will hopefully follow as time comes. Even if it does get approved, Bitcoin will obviously increase because it's going to create a lot more confidence in the industry. Now, let's have a look here. So I just want to get rid of that. This is from Investopia.com. Many of you guys have seen this. Let's go through exactly about Bitcoin ETFs explained. So let's have a little read through, and then we'll go on to another topic. So it seems inevitable that two of the hottest areas of the investment world would meet up sooner or later. For cryptocurrency enthusiasts and investors looking to capitalize on the growing popularity of exchange-traded funds, which is obviously ETFs, the possibility of an ETF that tracks Bitcoin is the best opportunity for this type of connection. However, there have been growing pains and problems in trying to launch the first Bitcoin ETFs. The reason is that Bitcoin, the largest cryptocurrency in the world by coin market cap, remains largely unregulated, and the US Securities and Exchange Commission is hesitant to allow an ETF focused on the new and largely untested cryptocurrency market to make its way to the public. If you guys remember back in December, I think it's a bit stupid to say that Bitcoin hit mainstream, because obviously it hasn't, because obviously it's all unregulated, no ETFs, etc., etc. But there was the everyday person literally buying little bits of Bitcoin, whether that's 50 quid's worth, 100 quid's worth, 500 quid's worth. It exploded, and because my YouTube channel was already focusing on that, I had a lot of people that I knew, a lot of friends, family, coming up to me and going, "Seb, what's Bitcoin? What is this? What is that? What's Ethereum? What's Litecoin? What's Ripple? What is cryptocurrency as a whole?" So trying to explain that to everyone was very annoying, because everyone comes up to you at once. And then once everyone found out really about Bitcoin being this unregulated, cryptocurrency, because none of it is regulated technically, so obviously everyone panic sells, and it drops all the way back down from, 19,000, all the way back down again, and it was just horrendous to watch. It just bled everyone's portfolio completely. Everyone panic sold. A lot of people hodled, but there was a lot of panic at that time, and I generally thought that I got myself involved in something that had just spiked up. I thought, wow, this is absolutely fantastic, just like everyone else. But I did think to myself, obviously, what's going to happen now? Is it going to keep going up? Will it hit that 100K? Cryptocurrencies obviously has been around for a very long time still, technically, but it hasn't been largely researched by the everyday person until obviously last year, back in November, December, where it really spiked everything from Bitcoin to altcoins. Now look, we're back down at what was it, 7,400, almost 7,400 almost. So anything can happen in the world of crypto. So how does a Bitcoin ETF work? So before we look at potential benefits and risks of Bitcoin ETF, let's back up a step and go over what a Bitcoin ETF is. So an ETF is an investment vehicle that tracks the performance of a particular asset or group of assets. ETFs allow investors to diversify their investments without actually owning the assets tracked by an ETF. For those individuals looking to focus only on gains and losses, ETFs provide a simpler alternative to buying and selling individual assets. Further, because many traditional ETFs target larger baskets of names with something in common, a focus on sustainability, for instance, or stocks representing the video game industry and related businesses, they allow investors to easily diversify their holdings. Now, what you guys got to understand is, if it does go through, which I hope it does, remember I did say 50-50, what's the ultimate thing that's going to happen? Now, there's going to be a spike. I reckon it's going to create a lot of buzz between people that are investors but haven't quite got into crypto because of these things like, regulation, ETFs, and everything else in between. There's none of that. And I think that's what's stopping the everyday person with getting involved. More people that buy, the more need there is, the value is going to go up. Now, what we also have to look at, okay, is that if it doesn't go through, it's going to drop. And I think and I know I keep repeating it, but I have to keep saying it because I think it's silly that we think that it's just going to go through, it's just going to go through. I see a lot of videos on YouTube with people saying, what happens if it does go through? We are excited. It's going to go through because of this. I think it's silly that I start copying everyone else and start going, yes, it's going to go through because of this. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of reasons why it is going to go through, okay? I just showed you just one article, okay? No reason for it not to allow. And that came from SEC's commissioner, okay? It's people like this that give us hope. But this is why I'm 50-50, because when I first heard about this, I was like 80-20 that it's not going to go through, but 20% that it would, and 8% that it wouldn't. But now there are things that are starting to happen, and it just gives that little glimmer of hope that increase my odds of actually believing that it will go through. Now, another thing that I'm going to quickly talk about, Coinbase, where I first originally started ages ago. Hang on, Bitcoin 7,480. Let me just refresh coin market cap. There we go. Look at little tiny increase in the market. I like that. I'll take anything at this point. Oh my God, absolutely. But anyway, here we go, guys. So for all you British users out there, Coinbase as the British pound for UK crypto users. Pardon me. This is absolutely fantastic. Now, I actually did it in euros. Obviously, no British pound, but now there is. So I'm not going to go too much into this because it sort of just speaks for itself. Crypto exchange Coinbase is now offering deposits and withdrawals. I can't speak English now. Crypto exchange Coinbase is now offering deposits and withdrawals denominated in the British pound, GBP. The firm announced on Wednesday. The exchange's UK division will now offer same-day deposits and withdrawals from the platform, allowing transfers to happen almost immediately. In a statement, Coinbase UK Chief Executive I can't even pronounce that. Feroz, I am really sorry. That absolutely balls that right up. Wrote that this system will replace the previous method, which had customers convert cryptocurrencies into euros before converting a second time into pounds. The old process took several days, he said, and an aspect that the new process will skip altogether. So this is absolutely fantastic for all you guys looking to use Coinbase. I do have an affiliate link for Coinbase in the description down below. If you buy 100 quid's worth of cryptocurrency, whatever Coinbase has to offer, which I believe is Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum and Bitcoin, I get £10 and you get £10. $10 actually. I get $10 and you guys get $10. So it's a win-win situation. So please use the link in the description. I have one for Binance as well. I'll leave some other links to these articles in the description down below, so you guys can go and check them out and read all about it. So that's just a little something about Coinbase for you guys to read up on. Now, this is quite interesting to read. Bitcoin must hit $213,000. One Bitcoin must reach 213k to replace the dollar as a whole. Okay, now this is very intriguing. Now, I came across this news today and I literally looked on YouTube and Keith Waring had done a video also, I believe, basically describing a very, very similar thing. That what would it take for Bitcoin to even get close to replacing the dollar? So you guys can go and check out his video on that. He goes into a lot more depth, but I'm just going to go have a quick breeze through it. So if Bitcoin is to one day replace the US dollar's money supply, that is the total of all paper bills, coins, checks, etc. in circulation, its price would have to rise to at least $213. According to a new letter to clients sent out by Swiss banking giant UBS, cited by various media outlets. So this is actually quite interesting because obviously Bitcoin did hit almost $20,000 quite quickly from its 10 grand mark. If we look at the chart here, it did start on 10 grand. When was it? In December, and it reached in 15 days. It basically hit two times. It went from 10 grand to almost 20 grand in 15 days. So we know that spikes like this can happen, but obviously that happened because Bitcoin became completely explosive. It just ignited in everyday people buying and selling obviously Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, because obviously Ethereum went over $1,000 as well. So guys, anything can happen. Now, on a more positive note in cryptocurrency, I'm in the talks, obviously, with doing ICO reviews, as you guys know. So hopefully I'll have some more ICO reviews coming this month in August. I've got one from a very, very interesting ICO. I'm going to be doing a video on this ICO called Mobu. Okay, so please look out for this one, but more to come on that at a later date. I'll be bringing a video out on them shortly. They are way in pre-ICO, but they've got a very good rating on ICO Bench and other ICO rating outlets as well on the media. So I'm going to be going into detail on them. Hopefully at the end of the week. So it's Friday today, the 3rd. So hopefully I'll have a video on them on Sunday. And yeah, we'll have to see what happens obviously then in the future of crypto. Fingers crossed. I'm not trying to obviously create a negative energy in crypto market. I'm just trying to be a realist here, guys. Okay. There have been obviously small spikes since I've been speaking, like 2% on Ripple, 2% on EOS, 1% on Cardano. If I refresh the page again, see, look, there we go. We've got an even more spike by $20. So the thing is in crypto, guys, there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. And I know it sounds stupid saying that because obviously we all know that. But keep positive. Just keep thinking that it's going to get better. And it was said this time last year and it's going to get said again, all right? If we look at Bitcoin this time last year, how it was going up and down, people were very skeptical. Let's go to the graph when it loads. Here we go. So that's 2018, 2017. Let's take that back to 2017. Let me just that load. So here we go, 2017. This time last year, what are we now? We are on the 3rd of August. So this time last year, one Bitcoin was worth $2,753. And I know it sounds, incredibly stupid to say, but right now we're on $7,500. So every year it's going to get better. We experience drops and we experience rises. Buy and sell at the right times. Do I honestly believe it's a good time to sell right now? No, I'm not going to sell. And I really don't think that anyone else should. But obviously this is not financial advice. This is just my personal opinion. Guys, please give this video a massive thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. Turn bell notifications on. Where's my YouTube channel? There it is. Boom. There we go. 9,722 subscribers. I am going to be doing a lot more videos. I have now almost finalized moving into this apartment, just moving a few things around. Crypto's been up and down lately, so obviously I haven't been producing that much content, and I really want to get into doing daily videos. Maybe not daily, but maybe like one video every 2 days, one video every 3 days, and just something like that. Whether it's an ICO review, whether it's a video on the current market as it stands, or about the ETFs, or about regulation, whatever it is that I feel is needed, then I'll do a video on it. But guys, thank you very much for listening to me ramble on. Check out my Medium, Reddit, Steam it, whatever you want, Twitter, Facebook, it's all in the description down below. And yeah, thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you lot in the next video. Thank you.